glad to see it. It's awesome.
Thank you for Mr. Jeffrey M. That's a great speech. And right now, we're going to have another speaker, also one of our great speakers and one of the great activists working to help and support the people of Darfur and also people of all Sudan and all those women beings everywhere. And his name is Mr. Eiva, Director of Freedom for Sudan. Mr. Eiva is a great friend and he's a great supporter to us. Welcome, Mr. Eiva. Thank you. Give him a big applause, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Stand off to there so you get a little more sun on your face.
You don't need the microphone.
Okay, that's the Freedom for Sudan Committee. But first, how many of you have seen the movie Hotel Rwanda? There were 30 seconds in that movie every American should remember. It was when the Hutu militia marched the hotel guests down the road to a nearby field to execute them. Suddenly, out of the bushes alongside the road, the soldiers of the Rwanda Patriotic Front suddenly appeared and opened fire. They killed and scattered the Hutu militia and saved the hotel guests. Then the Rwandan Patriotic Front drove the Hutu militia out of the country, ended the genocide, and organized the national reconciliation. Thanks to the victorious soldiers of the Rwandan Patriotic Front, commanded by General Kagame, Rwanda is now at peace. The economy is recovering. Investments are coming in. Last week, gourmet coffee from Rwanda even appeared at the Whole Foods at 16th and P last week. So if you buy a bag, you can taste the sweet taste of defeating genocide. As in Rwanda, there is a resistance in Darfur and Sudan. Unfortunately, most Americans have no idea that the Darfur resistance even exists. The Freedom for Sudan has been formed to correct this. Of the 48 battles between the Darfur resistance and the regime ground forces in the beginning of the war, does anybody know how many of those battles were won by the Darfuri resistance? Anyone here know? There were 48 battles at the beginning of the war in Darfur. 44. That's right. One American diplomat, Nazios, actually kept the count. Khartoum, unable to beat the Darfur resistance in ground combat, switched their strategy and waged war against Darfur's defenseless civilians. Genocide, ethnic cleansing, rape, helicopter gunships, aircraft bombers, and of course, the Janjaweed cavalry. But Washington refused to consider arming the resistance. We Americans know and remember that part of the story, but no one talked about helping the resistance, and Darfur was devastated. But it did create a large grassroots movement in the United States. Just last month, 900 grassroots activists from around the country met a few hundred yards from here at the Hyatt Regency. That was about 30 times more than the effective grassroots activists that armed the Afghan resistance. That's about 9 times more than the effective activists for Bosnia in the country. So that is many times the number that is needed, but they still don't have an instrument or a weapon by which to confront the government to arm the resistance. The next thing is a good little lesson from Mohammed Yahya, the man who organized the conference. He spoke at that particular convention. And he was asked by one of the people in the audience, asked him, based on what you know about the resistance and what you know about the government, if the United States armed the resistance effectively, how long will the Khartoum regime last? And Mohammed Yahya said 24 hours. At that point, many people in the audience stood up, applauded, and cheered. That was wonderful to see that they could react to that. So the American people can understand that. They've done that before. And that is why I appreciate your energy, your effort, and getting out the word that this war, this genocide can still be defeated by the people empowered to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.